Abusiamfo me mamu nyina akwa abasoronko e de ba Brass Media GH. So abusiamfo sesia me no ka say the parliament is parliamenting. The parliament is parliamenting. The parliament of Ghana is just them thing because the parliament finally is parliamenting. Abusiadi asem NSC ama Brass Media and opportunity to say Machima konwa se menemo ebedi komo. Abusia ensem e ho nyina ne se NDC parliamentarian seat na ewo parliament for the 8th parliament amoye minority no. Before no omo se omo ye de omo nsan budget na Ex-Gratia eka ho bi. Afei de bra ye koto aba na omo hu se omo anwen ne a sese de omo se dabi. Said ye tie bia no. MP, so majority actually now in the parliament should come out so that they will sign the bill. Abusia, ayen tokwa ewo parliament ho. Ehia se menu nyina ye bedai. Ye bepe na ya hwe. A hot debate e koso no. Wow, you know about say yes, NDC MP for year. She say, omoye. I don't know the right word to use on this foods. Say the NDC MP for say e o say yensan budget na de nti omo hia sika omo pesika na eye the Ex-Gratia na sabio na kwasi broni a titibremu na ye de ne free UK e ma ne ba Ghana na omo e consider te se wuram enti ye se wa baba ye adwuma wo wuram entontom awe no wanya malaria enti ye de sika bi ka na adwuma wa ye ne ho eye like compensation of your fana of the job that you have done. And enam so a ema abrofo de word bi ba Ghana politics my friend Ex-Gratia. Abrofo no mo na no mo firi amanone abrochire e ba Ghana man mo ba ye adwuma. Na de menti ase ne se Ghana ni ba wote Ghana eho na ye wo eho na wo ko school eho na wo di wa agro eho na ya wo ma watena se anyina ba be ye MP. Eti die ben na ye extraordinary waya and amenu suntia ubedi 4 years in parliament we are yensen sika from farm like a gratitude just for nothing. Sadie we ye nyina yakoho ye nyina yakasa tia no ye nyina ye ya adwene se wo se omuntwam from parliament ho NDC for the campaign so mo be don betwa firi ho na so na busua. And now, MPP for say, Ex-Gratia no, omo amfanye campaign, but omo beboa NDC aban, amana Ex-Gratia free hono. NDC amanyo ko no so omo ntiase. Wo video no wo ha. Me no nyina yenko hwe video no. Said be ya obehu adwene a eda NDC MPs omo team. Na daachi bi ye ka won ho asem a, ho ankase bi asabio ye MPP for and I time NDC for. Into the young tie video no. Chile wadwen e comment section box show. Share video no na like and your first time I hear me e Brass Media GH. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, and leave your comment at the comment section box. So be able to me at you. Young video no emra ye ba e sign atwaso.
I'm afraid to go direct, so you brought yourself. So I'm using your sins to respond to them. Kwame Agbodja has given me trouble all these years. Now that he's going into government, he won't even allow this last minute for me to have my peace of mind. You will come for vetting. You will come for vetting. On the Supreme Court nominees, I need to finish catch the eye of Mr. Speaker before.
Mr.
Chief
Speaker,
Whip, Minority Chief Whip.
The leader is trying to drag the House into chaos. Call him to order. We agreed on things to do today. Mr. Speaker, call the leader to order. He's trying to draw the House into chaos on these last few days. Please call him to order.
Very well.
You can't dictate to government. You can't. You want to do things that will please you, so that you get access to the IMF money. You, Mr. Speaker, these people, they don't play fairly. Sometimes let's tell them. When we are giving you response and you say that somebody is being combative, you do play the game fairly. We are here, we have government business. Simple lane, you say you won't allow. You are saying there will be chaos. That's all you know how to do. Unleashing violence. Come and kill me. Come and kill me. Come and kill me. Mr. Speaker, we will lay. This is leadership matter. Backbench, sit down. This is leadership matter. Kwame Agyapong, let's respond to me.
Leader, please. Please, leader.
I am, Mr. Speaker, I responded to Honorable Kwame Agyapong.
Leader, please.
He's always bullying. You are now coming into government. I want you to know.
Leader, please.
I agree with what Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim is saying. Normally, when the substantive minister is not in, we allow another minister to stand in to do it. But on this occasion, the Honorable Minister for Environment has indicated to me that she's finalizing some consultation process on possible amendments. So she will come back. I've asked her to come. She will come. She's engaged you. She didn't have a problem with it. But just as she got here, she got some indication that there are some things to be done. But that is why she left. Wait, what you are saying is right. She spoke to me after talking to you. That was when she came here. Wait, so she will, there's a new development, very well. So she will come back.
A development where? From where?
Mr. Speaker, just before you took the chair, there was a little bit of exchange, though friendly, but as part of the commentary by the respected leader opposite, he passed comments such as, if you want to kill me, come and kill me. Mr. Speaker, it might be just in a jest, but those are quite strong words, and I don't want his children or my children to read one day that Parliamentary Hansard had one leader crying that he would have been killed by somebody. So I'm just appealing to you that those portions of his presentation be expunged, because I don't think he meant those things. He was probably just joking, but the recording wouldn't know who was saying those things as a joke or seriously. So my appeal to you is to expunge those words. If you want to kill me, come and kill me, and Mutrimo Dindodo, if those ones can be.
Yes.
Our colleague, the Minister for Environment, is here.
Well, that's why
An
I want to
indication,
know whether she's ready.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, she gave an indication to the chairman of the committee that she's ready. It appears that the leader opposite, look, she's calling her out again. Mr. Speaker, it's quite obvious. It is quite obvious that the leader is the reason the minister is not prepared to take the third reading. But that is not the end of the world, Mr. Speaker. That is not the end of the world, Mr. Speaker. But let the world know that the minister was here, wanted to take the third reading, and the leader opposite decided that she shouldn't take it. So, Mr. Speaker, we can make progress. But we also decide whichever business you want to do, with our numbers, we'll decide whether we'll cooperate with you to do the rest of the business. So, Mr. Speaker, let's go on.
I want to call on the leader of the House. Indeed, when you were not here, he said they were not going to pass the EPA bill, Environmental Protection Bill, for our government to come and use it to go and get money. I thought it was a joke. And he said the minister was not here. Then I said, okay, then let the sports minister move the motion. Fortunately, the minister has come. And Mr. Speaker, leader, we were in opposition and we assisted you to go through all the processes. Now we are in the third reading. I see no reason why a 168-page document, which was supposed to be passed under certificate of urgency, we sat through, Mr. Speaker, your good self, from morning till sometime 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock. We've just left with the third reading. Then for you to accompany the minister out, just because you are going into opposition, leader, you seen today, but you don't know tomorrow. What you said earlier on will appear in the Hansard. When you said you are not going to pass this for our side to come and get the money, it will appear in the Hansard. And now physically, you have walked the minister out. Ghanaians have seen you as the leader of the house. Is that the kind of example you are setting for us to follow? Mr. Speaker, I think the leader should produce the minister to come and move the third reading of the motion. Because we supported you to move the motion, to move the consideration of the bill to this far. We were all supporting you. Because you are going to opposition, should Ghana collapse? No. Senior, I came to meet you here. You are the peace broker in this house. You are properly seated. Guide the leader to produce the minister to come and do the third reading. Mr. Speaker, if this is not done and the 9th parliament come, it means all our effort is an exercise in futility. And Mr. Speaker, saying that, oh, we are using this to go and get money. Should we? So if the white man was not bringing us money, wouldn't we have passed a bill on to protect our own environment? Mr. Speaker, I think the leader should do the needful. Leader, you still have about 17 days to come to this side. Do the needful. Mr. Speaker, when the honorable majority leader was telling my leader, Honorable Kwame Agbodza, said, Mutrimu wedding, and those kind of things, that you are wicked, and all those things. I thought it was a joke. I took it on the lighter note. That will not pass this bill for you to go and get money. I thought it was a joke. But when the minister, honorable minister came, so when I thought it was a joke, I even pleaded with him that he should let the minister for youth and sports move the motion. He nearly agreed with me. Then fortunately, the minister has come. By where honorable OPK is sitting, he was not following. If he was following, he wouldn't talk the way he spoke. Yes, the leader himself, who sits here, who said the words, has not argued. But because you were not paying attention, you found the words, you were not paying attention. Honorable OPK, you are specialized in just making noise. You are not following. You see what you are good at.
Honorable Ahmed, please.
And he even pointed me that Honorable Ahmed, what you are doing is not good. Mr. Speaker, I sit directly opposite.
Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim.
Leader, Mr. Speaker.
You are the minority deputy whip.
Soon to be majority, Mr. Speaker.
I don't know whether you will be deputy whip as majority, but now you are minority deputy whip. Don't follow bad precedents. Please, we emulate good. You don't emulate bad. So if you think that it's not good, please move away from it and let's move on.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you for your good counsel and I take same. Mr. Speaker, so truly, having labored for some number of days, the government side who wanted this 168-page document to be passed under certificate of urgency, what has changed? That I was able to whip my side. That we sat here almost 10 hours, 13 hours from 10 o'clock. Sometimes we close at 8 a.m. just to be able to pass this bill. We've done everything. Third reading, all that the minister just has to come and do is to stand up and bow. That one too, Mr. Speaker, for the honorable minister to be dragged out, Mr. Speaker, is most unfair. If you say those words are not good, Mr. Speaker, for the honorable minister for science, environment, science and technology to be dragged out to the point that The leader of the house followed her out and came alone. And as I speak, the honorable minister is not in the chamber. Mr. Speaker, why can we do this to ourselves? And why are we here? Mr. Speaker, this bill, as we all know, is part of the IMF conditionality. You took us to IMF, and you want us to breach the conditionalities? We must pass it, Mr. Speaker, and we must pass it. The minister must come and do the needful. I rest my case.
Let me allow, because usually he doesn't contribute to these things, but Honorable Kennedy Agyapong.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. What I see here is simply an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. But I think it will not help the country. Yes, I think it will not help the country. What we are doing is simply selective justice. Because you have a lot of things on the other people. You choose to do one and leave the other. They are all in the interest of the country. They are all, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm pleading with the House that you all agree that whatever we are doing here in the other paper is in the interest of the House, and therefore, let's build a consensus and approve this. You have Supreme Court, you have here the judges. Yeah. So I'm giving you the undercurrent. You have the Supreme Court judges. You see, so if you have the right to refuse, then he also has the right to refuse. But it will not help the country. It will not help the country. It will.
Please, just allow him to make his submissions.
It will not help the country, Mr. Speaker. So let's build consensus. You have 17 days to take over. We go and you come. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. I know you have the numbers. But as we speak, in the interest of the country, let's finish what we have here. That is all. The Supreme Court judges, Honorable Ahmed, I know you are very reasonable, honorable member. And this 1D, 1F, it will help both sides. I know, look, to tell you the truth, the 1D, 1F, I have no interest in it. But some colleagues on your side are enjoying. Some colleagues here also have interest. I don't have anything here. But does it mean we should deny entrepreneurs? No. This is not showdown. So, Mr. Speaker, don't worry, they are my young men. So let's finish the work. And when you come back, whatever you want to do, you do it. Do you pledge to do the rest? Now, if you are not pledging, then I cannot also advise.
Honorable member, you are addressing the chair, so the questions you are asking may be addressed to me. Let's listen to the majority leader.
Mr. Speaker, here is a situation where I, as a leader of government business, leading government side, I have a number of reports that committee members have gone through as a result of same being laid and referral made to the committee. I engage my colleagues who are in leadership that this is what I want to take, which is to lay the report. I am physically prevented. When the report is to be laid, I will get my respected colleagues in leadership saying that this one, no, will not allow the laying. Mr. Speaker, the laying is physically prevented. That will not, they tell me they won't allow. I've accommodated it in pain. I'm managing this situation. Just the laying, they won't allow. The debate, they won't allow. And Mr. Speaker, I want to be quoted that sometimes when we have had consensus last minute, my colleagues are frank to tell me that, Markin, this one is a political decision, we can't do anything about it. I have to stomach it because I understand that we don't share the same political principles. I understand. I'm MPP, you are NDC. You have your political committee that seeks to the political welfare of your side. Same with me. But I don't want situations where an impression will be created as if, with the greatest respect and in all modesty, that you love Ghana more than I do. We have Supreme Court nominees. The House referred it to the committee. Both sides participated in the vetting. The report is ready. When the report was ready, in the last minute, members on the minority side told our side that, look, the political committee of the NDC has taken a decision that they oppose. We said, okay, so we should go by majority decision. Agreed. To lay this report, our colleagues in leadership say, no way. We will not allow you to lay. At least, let's lay, let's debate, and let's take a decision. I said I have 138. You have 137. If I come here and I don't have my 138, I lose. Mr. Speaker, again, I'm at pains to say this. I've engaged my respected colleague, Dr. KCL Atuba-Forson, extensively, and he expresses his own frustration that he cannot, and I have to accept it. He says he cannot because it's a decision of the caucus. I must respect it. I'm not a neophyte in politics. I understand that that is your political position. But at least I've pleaded with Dr. Forson that, Doc, can we at least go through the motions? Let the final stage of putting the question come so that when Mr. Speaker put the question and I don't have my 138, let me lose the question. Even so, they won't allow. The 1D1F, this parliament sponsored the committee members. Parliament resources used by committee members to hold deliberations. And Mr. Speaker, if you may recall, the last time we had an issue, you directed that the recess period, committee members should use that period to sit and iron out the differences. Mr. Speaker, I am happy to state that Honorable Patrick Boama, who chairs the committee, made sure that he himself interrogated each application. The conclusion was that all the raw materials were now being taken away, which in itself brought a savings of over $400 million. So the committee took a principled position that let's take away the raw materials and only allow exemption for equipment. Their side agreed. We all worked together. In the final analysis, when the report was about being concluded, again, the NDC minority said no. As a matter of principle, we are against it. We accepted and did a majority report. When we came to this house to lay the report, again, there was some back and forth negotiations that, okay, let's take the smaller ones. And Mr. Speaker, I don't intend to invite you into this debate, but permit me, because this is not a secret. When you counseled both sides, you counseled us to the effect that the smaller ones that are non-controversial, at least we should take them. Mr. Speaker, I went back and fought with the leader on their side that at least let's be guided by the counsel of Mr. Speaker, and at least those non-controversial ones, we take them. There was an agreement. We were told that, okay, let's consult. The next day, when they came, they said, Afenyo, again, no deal. We can't even take one. I've accommodated it. I'm human. I don't just get into combat. I don't just get into combat. I always go the extra line to engage quietly, and when diplomacy gets exhausted, I am supposed to defend my side. Mr. Speaker, 1D, 1F is still at bay. Now today, we are being told that EPA bill has to be passed, and our side is not ready, and that we do not love Ghana. I can't be less patriotic than you. Supreme Court nominees, 1D, 1F, I listen to you in silence. I am very tolerant. Mr. Speaker, you know I'm always of good behavior. You know, when I do that to them, then they will be crying. Mr. Speaker, you know, I can respond to them, but on this occasion, I wouldn't say anything. I want to make my case. They should allow me.
Honorable members, please, let's proceed.
Mr. Speaker, now back to the issue. It's been alleged that the minister has been dragged out of this house. He has not been dragged out of this house. I needed to engage the minister. We needed to consult on the matters that are outstanding in the bill. I respect Dr. Malfoy. And I respect his views, because that is an area of specialty. And I respect the views he expressed on the floor. Mr. Speaker, perhaps the communication between my good self and the minister, he was not privy to it. But I know that there will be an opportunity for me to engage him so that we'll be added. I would want to plead with colleagues that let us approach equity with clean hands, and if we demand equity, let's do equity. Tomorrow perhaps will be the last day before we go for our Christmas and come back. Leader on your side is not here because of transition meetings and all. Mr. Speaker, I promise you again that I will again reach out to the leader of the minority caucus, plead with him over and over again that at least those outstanding business of government, he should allow us to lay the report, debate the report. They should say all they want to say, we should say all we want to say, and the question put. If a question is put and I don't have my numbers, they will carry the day. It's a notorious fact that I would need 138 to do business, to take a decision. If I don't have 138, no business. In any event, this EPA bill that you are saying we should pass, 2/3 reading, look at this chamber. Mr. Speaker, do we have 138 to take a decision? We are not up to 138 here and now. At the time the call was being made for us to even consider it, we were less than this. Let us be consistent. How do we make progress? and to turn round for Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, who I respect so much, to turn around and argue with some force that I, who lead government business, is not interested in government business, is, with the greatest respect, very rich. Very rich. And I will not lose respect for Honorable Agyapong. He is my tribesman. We all come from the same village. We trace our ancestry to the same person. And I will always respect him as my senior brother. He was called many years to the bar before me. So even if he has erred today, I would want us to resolve that at the family house. It's unfortunate he's left the chamber. But I want to leave him with this from Shakespeare in Macbeth. As he is my friend and a kinsman, strong both against the deed and as his host, who should against the murderer shut the door and not bear the knife himself? Today, my own tribesman is the one who bore the knife himself. I'll leave it to posterity. I rest my case, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Minority Chief Whip. Please, I'll give you the opportunity, but let me listen to the leader first.
Mr. Speaker, this entire stretch of today's sitting was not intended. Mr. Speaker, when we met this morning as leaders to agree on what to do, I must admit that the leader opposite was not around, so did not understand what we even agreed to do. Mr. Speaker, you will notice that when you took the chair, the second deputy speaker actually was just about to put the question for adjournment. But because you prompted us earlier that the Attorney General was going to be coming to do some business, we knew that maybe that was why you were coming, and indeed, when you came, that's what happened. Mr. Speaker, this is what happened. We decided when we come in this morning, if the minister responsible for environment is around, we'll give her the opportunity to do the third reading. We also agreed to complete 3 reports from the Public Account Committee, which were outstanding from yesterday's 7 reports, which we took 4. So we're going to do that one as well. Mr. Speaker, that was all that we agreed to do. There was no discussion about judges. There was no discussion about anything about, tax waivers. But you know, the leader opposite is an expert in actually introducing whatever he wants to say, whether it's about biology, and his interest was in zoology. He knows how to turn, the things to his favor. Mr. Speaker, for all that he said, he was only lamenting about the fact that, truth be told, and I'm surprised he said something which Ghanaians must take note of. When they supplied this house, when they tried to take these tax waivers at the beginning, Mr. Speaker, it was almost $500 million. Ask him the question, if we had actually agreed to them, what was going to happen to all that money? No, I'm saying that when you introduce those bills in this house, if we had agreed with you, what was going to be happening to all that money? Today he's telling us that the money is just about half. But you should be apologizing to Ghanaians by actually almost compelling us to approve tax waivers, which you said later you took away materials and other things. When you were speaking, sit down. When you were speaking, I wasn't making any gestures. Sit down. So you should be clapping for the minority for being the ones that saved Ghanaians. You should be on public platforms applauding us for being diligent in holding your feet to the fire, when you were almost reckless in compelling us to approve tax waivers which were not due to those companies. Today, you are still crying that whilst the economy has collapsed, under you, you are still compelling us that tax waivers are the solution. Let me tell you this. US did their election before our election. The talk on Capitol Hill and other places is that
no more legislation until Trump takes office. No more legislation until Trump takes office. No, I'm saying that is those people whose democracy is older than us. That is what they are talking about. So this is it, Mr. Speaker. We were here. They hurriedly actually printed order paper addendum, Mr. Speaker, without consultation to anybody from this bench. But guess what? Patriotic as we are, we agreed. The genesis of the disagreement is this, Mr. Speaker. He agreed that we will take item 1, A and B on the order paper addendum. He conveniently allowed us to lay the one that is in his interest. And what is the first one? The GNPC work program, which has been in abeyance for all this while. Mr. Speaker, interestingly, once that was laid, and my colleague, the ranking on Oyomen, was about to lay the report on AFCONs, he quickly jumped on his feet and said, "Bro, no, that one cannot be laid." Meanwhile, Mr. Speaker, he actually produced an order paper addendum which included that. In other words, he baited us to add it, but all he wanted was order paper addendum item 1A. He never wanted to do the B. Mr. Speaker, that is what generated the argument. And I said that if you wanted us to do the GNPC agreement, then allow the Minister for Environment to also do the third reading, Mr. Speaker. This is the genesis of the disagreement. So all these lectures about the virtues of tax waivers and then the virtues of Supreme Court justice, Mr. Speaker, who in this country believes that the Supreme Court is lacking, judges? Who in this country will believe that there's crisis at the Supreme Court because we can't find enough judges to deal with cases? In fact, some people will say there are too many. So where from this idea that the country is in any peril because this side has decided to block anything? Mr. Speaker, I'm beginning to find out what is the interest of some people on this side, hell-bent on the fact that we must grant these tax waivers to these crony companies, when the government that is going to take over is going to inherit tons of problems. Mr. Speaker, I attended one transition meeting yesterday. Road Ministry alone is capable of leaving a commitment of 150 billion Ghana cedis. 150 billion Ghana cedis. Commitment on road alone, education, health, others are not part of it. We are in crisis. The side this way should be calm and pray to God that we will be able to navigate the next 4 years, being able to even pay the salary of members of parliament in the 9th parliament. We shouldn't be just talking as if everything is honky-dory. So, Mr. Speaker, we are not in any hurry to be enjoying anything. We know we have been put in a deep hole. President Mahama is going to inherit a crisis economy. Even doing so has started already. So, Mr. Speaker, let me repeat what my leader said. Our side will not today, tomorrow, approve or support the approval of the tax waivers or the judges. Whatever it will take in this house, we shall put forward a robust prevention of that, Mr. Speaker, lawfully. We shall not be part of this. In any case, you are wondering how come you lost so miserably. Could it be because of your posture? When we tell you don't do something because we say we are the government, we'll do it. Are you not surprised at the level of loss? Maybe that is why. Do your introspection. Don't push Ghanaians any further. You use state institutions to bastardize everything, and the Ghanaians are punished you by saying that is not the way forward. Yet you haven't learned your lessons. You haven't learned your lessons. You try to use the judiciary, the police, the immigration, the defense against the people of this country. Listen. And then they use, listen. When your leader was speaking, everybody was quiet. When your leader was speaking, we heard everything he said in silence. I am saying that whilst you may be okay because you've been in government for 8 years, the rest of Ghanaians, those people who have lost their jobs when their banks were closed, those people who have been sacked, those people who have been killed at polling stations are not happy. So I'm saying that perhaps you should reflect on the fact that whilst losing election is nothing, your loss is actually monumental. Have you reflected on that? I believe your posture here When everything we tell you, you say we are the government, you continue doing it. That is why you lost that much. Reflect on that. Majority leader. You notice today is the first time I'm calling you majority leader for months. I want to give you that so that you can go home with it. Though you told everybody that it is spiritually unwise for you to be called a minority leader, that is your seat if they make you the leader. This will be your seat. At the moment, you are a minority leader in transition. I am told that you are even begging your party to make you a minority leader today. Is it no longer spiritually against your spirit? All of a sudden, your spirit will allow you to be a minority leader.
Honorable Minority Chief Whip.
Mr. Speaker, I will conclude by saying that, Mr. Speaker, these two issues are not about what the Ghanaian businessman needs. It's for government to take a hold on our fiscal front, our forex. That is what the Ghanaian businessman wants, not the granting of dodgy tax waivers to crony companies. And in another case, we never believe that the Supreme Court is lacking personnel in terms of their judges. So to say that if we don't grant these two nominees, that is your business. So, Mr. Speaker, I will leave it here. But to say that we have done anything wrong, that is not true. And indeed, majority leader, you came in when we have agreed on what to do, and you are coming to introduce things that were never agreed. And I will encourage you, if you come to work tomorrow, come at the time that we attend conclave, so that you don't jump in at the middle, try to make those who came ahead of you look like they didn't have any good agreement. Mr. Speaker, I rest my case.
I'm only thanking you for all the inputs you've made. On behalf of my colleagues, be assured that we will cooperate with you to end it well. Indeed, it's not been an easy road, and we're also not discounting our respective parties in interests. But I think you've made a call that we should travel the length and get to the point where we know for our respective interests, we will go in our divergent ways. So, Mr. Speaker, Onato, I thank you. But I'm praying, Mr. Speaker, that you stay with us for the next 4 years. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, don't forget that as I pray for you, you also pray for me. So this is Father and Son prayer.
Honorable members, who is talking?
Oh, Mr. Speaker, let them know that they are not part of us. You and I, you know, when it is father and son, they will become third persons. So stay away from this matter. Mr. Speaker, I'm praying for you. I'm not sure they are praying for you. I am not sure. I am not sure they are praying for you. Mr. Speaker, don't allow Kwame to respond to this. I am not sure Kwame Agyapong. Mr. Speaker, I'm not sure they are praying for you. Incoming Minister of Roads.
Honorable Majority Leader, I'm very sure they are praying for me. I'm very, very sure they are praying for me. Yes.
Has been blessed to have you in the chair. Indeed, I wonder what kind of parliament we would have had if somebody else was sitting in the chair. Mr. Speaker, your good deeds shall follow you. And Mr. Speaker, if I was the appointing authority, he will stay in that chair as long as possible. Mr. Speaker, I just hope that indeed, he's been saying what he has said here openly. I just hope that he's been saying it privately as well. I will leave it there, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I believe, as he said, we shall do our best in the interest of this country and for the sustenance and the respect of this House to do whatever we can to support you to end tomorrow on a high note. We promise to do same, that we shall not do anything that to bring the respect that Ghanaians want from this house down. We shall do our best. And I want to commend my colleagues on the other side. Whatever we do here, we do in good faith. Nobody intends, oh, you have said your part. And on behalf of the Honorable Atufosin, we thank you very much for everything today. And I hope tomorrow will end very well. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, I think we will call it a day and I'll proceed to adjourn the House. I believe tomorrow we can start sitting at 11. Well, there are a few things to be done in the morning. And kindly get many more of your members to be present because we have to take some key decisions tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday, we have to take some very key decisions. We may, if need be, even have a closed sitting. If need be, tomorrow we may have a closed sitting. So please, all of you, try to be available to assist the House take the right decision. Please.
Speaker, please, if it pleases you, the chair of the Constitutional and Legal Committee informs me to seek your leave to inform colleagues that the referral you just made to them, they've scheduled 9 a.m. tomorrow to deliberate on same. So,
yes, the two bills.
Yeah,
the two
yes,
bills.
please.
Yes.
So, I'm using this opportunity to therefore, with your leave, appeal to colleagues to make it a point to attend the meeting, including those who want to be friends to the committee. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, honorable members, please take it serious. Come and attend the committee, the joint committee meeting at 9. We need your input because it's about this house, the institution of parliament, how we can make it better, stronger, to be able to protect and anchor our democracy. So with this, I proceed to adjourn the House. The House is accordingly adjourned till tomorrow at 11 in the forenoon. The House is adjourned.
Ayasebo. Ayasem kese. Mami fanchi kese Emma Maswelantri out here on Facebook. Sasuna Dr. Drew, the champion man. I say good morning. Chairman one. Good morning to you. Sasuna Maswelantri say I don't understand why MPP MPs go to parliament. Because these NDC MPs as make their mind not to go to accept anything from the government. They should leave the parliament, give everything to Mahama to do it in 2025. Master the BMO say, which cross sitting, Speaker Babin want to go and bribe some of the MPs. Abusia Babin, say, what's it say? You can't sem chiremo amusimunti. Wamen chekwa kubu aten, Janeta Samoa Richmond Awa, Salifu Gwa Wusu, Ena Jamfi Philemon. Wahu, we asina ye wono. Yesi, owi fonsa na wahwe wodie. What you do today can be do to you. And in tia yesi, don't do what you don't like to others. It is a their own pen on ye will be so. And I don't do what you will not like if they do to you. The idea where you would know, and ye will be so, and you will be the idea where you would know, and you be. And this is for brand people, parliamentarians, every mama be sign. Sa the same bill we ya, and Kamu sign ya, And can be okay just to move on. You guys decided not to come to parliament because I see Dunketia was sitting somewhere and commanding you like dogs. And then someone whom are here. Said the Ekano. Obufo nim so be abu adwatire. Henke hunu ye abroso mfaso no. Enye hwe kura na wusun ya fie ni ansa. Kakra beso ani mo wate ni ya usamia. Odi bi beya umo ahu na hi. Kakra be wura ni na wate ni ya. Ye nuru ba bia o. Afei na ye prepare aduro na ye de besa mo no. Ye nyamfa akakaduro ngumu. So ye mfa akakaduro ngumu. Esru wisa ye nyamfa bi ngumu. Makonkuma ye nyamfa bi ngumu. Sese ahaban kwa na MPP fo epesa ede samo. Na eduru na ye hya ase na ye de makoni suru wisa ene sabio akakaduro efra na ye de samo a eho na mo beti ne yie. Samusimo jimi. Samusimo de parliament na mo kono trotro asem nko na mo bedi because you were minority. Ene the MPP as a majority, we are coming to pray you too bad and you will suffer. Yamfanchemo, these 2-3 days akayanima, the last days of the MPP majority, no, we are not going to pray with you guys. Me say, January, February, March, before April, John Mahama will hang himself. Me say, you will not even get money to pay yourself. Your salaries will not be paid. And when I say, some mobile parliament na mo ye juma, sometimes think about the country and stop thinking about only your party. Abusha mon like video no. Mon like video no. Your doors mon like it. Na video no kona nim. And then so na your first time so about more than say oben your notification bell no so say be am ba life there be a obetemenka na wabe join them. NDC 4MP misi munya huhwe. The majority are monyane for the 2025 going no. Ye bema mo de monsa ahye monum ahye mo hwenim. E de akofa ba bi amempese meka. Somebody be hwehwe sika tu adwuma ye foka. And you cannot do it because the budget will not be approved. You have to wait till April 2025 before you can approve your own budget. Sa budget way and PP is not going to support you. You do me, I do you. Now, Ayameya, second the Agyapong today is praying like he's a good citizen and he Kennedy Jaya Jumafuna or in the parliament to no. Jaya Jumafuna or in no parliament to Don't come and pray that victimism issue. Don't come and pray like either let's find a way to do it because Ghanaians are going to suffer. Ghana for like to suffer. Young Ghana for we want to suffer. We don't want to live good. Yeah, life, you know, only suffering, suffrage. Yeah, hey, Kennedy, stop giving advice to the MPP MPs. And negotiation be a Kennedy. Said you now NDC for the MPP for now. Want to me enya a way to negotiate with the NDC for now. Omo eto parliament team. Oma Agwamba Bentimi Krosu parliament for 2 consecutive times. Want to me finding a way to negotiate with the NDC MPs and the speaker Miura Mewacho, speaker Babena. Oh yeah, the Obeyeno. Kennedy, Jai, Bibiama, Afenyo Markins. Now I'm managing NDC for no because MPP is coming back in power in 2028. Yepese yen sound a great warning to the NDC say next time when you meet us in the parliament, either you are majority or minority, be respectful to the MPP MPs because you interact to us. But when it comes to pray wicked, buga buga, we are also good in doing that. So Kennedy Misrao, stop being an innocent, whatever. Don't pray that. What they say the editing about things only NDC for aqua pam for young kind of saying contract and why no. ɛyɛ den a contract no yɛ de bɛma wo. But please allow the MPs to do the rightful thing. Yɛsi yɛyi wo ti bɔne na wanka ho asɛm a yɛgu so yi wo. Na da bia yɛdidi wɔ atɛm yɛka deɛ yɛpɛ kyerɛ na one react a people feel say you are a fool that you accept that. Enti Kennedy, Mr. How you were able to be silent for all this while? No, please continue being your silent. Continue being silent, because whatever is going on today, the defeat that we are healing, where we find ourselves, Miriam, you are part of our problem. You are part of the people who went outside to sell MPP to the NDC. We need to know do what she hopes and yet. Now he's continuing your job. He is now continuing your job. You need information to me because you have the will to come and contest in 2028. And Kennedy mesra jai NDC MPs no na jai MPs no mo ye wuya no ma eduru ba bia na wa reject omo no. Allow them to do the honorable work that they are doing by making the NDC goes into stress. Odi yemi amedi bi ba ye o kami ameka obi uboma suma mebo obi. There is no man in the NDC MP or gonna say nehrewa eso sene MPP for no. But it's about being diplomatic. And in MPP for no omo conduct to be civil men. But tenedie ye nyina buga no yebe bobi. Yebe bobi. Yebe bobi to the last angle. Ye ma obi entin kise he is stronger or whatever than us. Ye nyina buga no yabase yebe bobi. Yebe bo amana yede. Obi besi ntokwa enipa baako fo nko. Enti ye nyina ore ye nko ntokwa ye nyina ye nko. Ye mena menye obi. Jimmy Sam George. Kwasi ampanyi na ato forcing okuja tabra kwa. Yesi yebema mo ho akyeremo. You will suffer in this your government, your administration. You will suffer. Anya for the first 3 months. Masumba yeshi. Muka dia mode ye MPP under E-levy. Dia mode MPP under E-levy. Nya no nko. Agyapong, dia mode ye MPP. And all sort of things. So Miriam said the obi be say aba ye de ball tachino. Ye de bebo ba. Abana ye de ball tachia e da so twere dan mu ho no. Ene ye de bebro ba ama ono nso afiri say being a foolish person, being an MP and acting like a cocoa farmer in an office of an institution, no, wrongdoing. So this is the right time to let the NDC MPs understand. Say, omohrewa and so ensene the MPP MPs. We will do you exactly what you did against us. Abusianfo, me de mo be here. But if somebody want to call in fast, you can also call and tell us your mind. But I'm going to say, it is right to say, MPP for no, ebe keep on with this baton. Now, team kurana, amomfa mako engum eswa. And the omo aye ni swa. E say omo man DC for no ho nkyere omo. No omo feel say being a fool or being a foolish or allowing you to pray foolishness does not mean that you are the Superman. Obia betumi ade mo ye ne bi. Entrotrasem no ye betumi adibi achemo. Abusia for more like video no. Na yesha. Yeah, about more than 40 people are here video you YouTube. But you mu 9 pe and I like it. Message say mama nsa enye tentene e wo like button no so. E wo YouTube. Na video no enye den enko nanim. Abusia, and this is direct from the Parliament House. The SC no. NDC MP say Ex-Gratia di. Omo pe Ex-Gratia e de akofia kodi bronya. Omo pe Ex-Gratia e de ashawo fo ma no akọ Dubai. Omo pe Ex-Gratia e de akọche akoye omo ho guy akototo cars akese. That is not the important thing. Abusia, 1D1F issue na omo kan ho hia o. Se musimu be kreti adwuma adenti amosi ye mamo Ex-Gratia de ye nsan na em kan say insensitive say de ma entrepreneurs no mo be a company they are Muslim. Now say you don't know what actually you want to do because you are not the people leading that there. This is what needs to keep on moving. Mama can comment kakra, and if somebody want to call, you can also call and tell us your mind. Master Dentry said the MPs in Parliament should make Mahama and NDC suffer next year 2025. If Ghanaians will suffer, nobody cares because we all know Ghanaians have short memory. They will forget in 2028. Marshall, who you brutal. Marshall, you see you Canada Agyapong because of your mouth. Bad things you said about MPP and Mahama. And NDC used it against MPP. Now, the MPP is in opposition. You are right. And some phone out and I was saying Canada Agyapong kekaya no. And no, and then I'm sure MPP for your opposition. You people should not forget about that. A reality. And some if the Canada Agyapong anumu pie it's also part of the defeat that we had in 2024 this election. Inti mamu free kura Augustine Amponsanya me memo akwaba. Alua Prince Pius Senior who no memo akwaba. Abusia ayam se yedemo ebesi ewo ha na ya sign ababiem. Me chache mu nyina ne mobre. Misre wa YouTube like no ewo form mo like video na video no ntimi nko nanim. Na obia hu the hypocrisy in the NDC. Makra mo midin ene Mr. Mafo ha Ras Media GH on YouTube and Kennedy Agyapong Jr. on Facebook. Yeah, I think c'est ma soeur frère. Mo ma fan call. Hello. Maswell.
Hello. Yeah, Mr. Mafo.
I want to say.
Boko now say.
Yanko pona don't be boko.
Yeah, them person me tell magina kafa show no.
But who akwanya? You do want to lie.
Okay. Yeah, asema na me can say. Say na me test the message now.
Yes.
MPP so. Share na omo GBBA ntu. Share na omo GBBA ntu say. That papers no say NDC for some plan. Can MP for some GBBA ntu. Say can Agyapong say Ghana for best of Ghana for best of it's a lie. Ghanaians have short memory.
Yes.
Ghanaians almost of a BBA. People can say your what? Yes, as my mama pass what we can say. Oh, Ghana kenke, who kenke dia. Kenke the face I will say.
Digital. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Then the parliament seat okuta. But you know Agyapong, I could down parliament open favor. Open favor, I could now say, oh, Agyapong also for 2 years, or peace of mind. It's a lie. But you know what would you get Ghana from? Say Ghana, every for to be cheap and it's for us. That's why every for when you're able to one hour business for Butchini.
Yes.
Ghana.
Yes.
So one they can survive.
Yeah, of course.
And I said, Ghana says, oh, my simple.
Yes. It will come back. Yes, of course. Yes. And who
So
here?
yes, Ghana for no everybody here play smart.
Yes.
Ghana for say yeah, say everybody PS gas and NC4 and PS gas for it.
A point too for future reference.
So yeah, it is a one one pair. In future, any focus every focus no PS gas and
Yeah.
so but the moment for change for it's a Babin can say next Friday almost on your close parliament. It's on and Central
Yes, or discover more.
Yeah, so bad for no to do. So the whole Ghana, the what did you ask us our part? Anybody look at it, ask us watch it. Yeah, I've been babbing.
Yeah.
Mama.
Yes. Yes.
Almost that for me, I would not think an ask us at Japan. But on what parliament,
Yes, I go back and they possess double one and one in our bum.
so the show of so the Ghana for best of Ghana for being best of
That you're crying per se and so far.
2025, Ghana for
Yes. 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 Correct. Yeah.
One thing is on all you say. What business Ghana. For agency for 4 years,
Yes, of course.
as a former vice president,
Yes.
the Bechianica. For only how can upon all the business.
Now one who tio, bratio, assembly crow kaya na ye me one say. I deal with ye me ankasa me ne personal interest. Now call parliament for your personal interest or for the interest of the people.
Yeah, for the people.
Now
Not
then,
your personal interest.
now they didn't ye can't send me in the parliament or ube to me asori jina bi wa no aka say
So,
this thing I don't have a direct interest. Is that it?
so, it was no on that test. We went to Ometia from the best of them about Nyanzamba, about Yakofeli, and not talk for estimate for 3 times.
Yes.
The third time we know about parliament.
Yes.
And not to study for 3 times.
Yes.
The third time no about parliament or the president.
Yes.
That's about Yakuba was about your floor. But that's when you have about the paso.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
whole Ghana now.
Yeah,
The whole Ghana constituency in Asia. Dr. Baumia.
Ya ton no manipa huno. Yeah.
But you what nothing to lose. So what you have from I'm ending the 4 year period. What I come from now for Joy FM, for City TV, for TV3. It was very bad Power FM, SYZ FM. It was Canada Phone, and most of the mobile. Canada Phone. Did you say? Did you what is about myself?
Dabida. Dabi. Even Alan Chamantin Kuran Shadan can't sem tint. Oh, na so ba yin na be ye be bash no. Bebere kwa. Yeah. Yes. Yes. And I could have passed some out can I could have passed me kaipa. And a Mujan is slim, sir, money firm. Yeah. Sasa million no could have passed. Sasa million.
court.
Yes, say that
I'm an evidence.
Sassemina, it needed an urgent tackle. Pa Samia Mwase or Mujaman Faso, yeah.
And I'm now will be attaché. And I said the Kukuana party and party opposition. The party could be where the interest in Poniente committee, Yanku problem. I don't have before my man or members or Mamma Tuabano. They are only on the flyers of social media, current for 2028. Who I buy it to now, who you campaign about here? Who you campaign to?
Why, a lot of the Canada Agyapong groups, they were all against MPP. Almost pa. Mekura manya audios bi no more South Africa, more Bosse, ebinuma more Johnny Champagne, ebinuma. When say you nipa bi to say Maria Makwabu adu. Oye no Canada Agyapong ni Abrefajan. We are for Ken Media.
So
YouTube, yes. Only negativity. Brighter truth where friend is saying Krofumi. They were also for Kennedy Agyapong. The same way Okohwa and Kwasiasem kwa negativity about them people. Yeah.
So it's the one can come about Yaro. Not about your supporters here, or make them give a lot of supporters still. Who was the Canada 2028? Now you're sorry, same chain. We are putting the chain as a way campaign manana. And as MP Peter Part, MP opposition for 100 years. But you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Canada is a business for only a contract.
Yeah, of course. Kennedy, so no do your contract from the both side.
Yeah, the back end on the
Afrochella, yes.
Afrochella, on the no return what was
Yeah, year of return.
Yeah, the baronet no. This one of the party divine power or enjoy more time about Yampo.
Oh, but make my culture say in a point of view, no, the personality of Kennedy Agyapong and that one of Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumiano, they are two different personalities. And I say, but Dr. Bawumia is more administrative personality, and Kennedy Agyapong is more in a businessman perspective. So for sure, Kennedy has a lot of interest to deal economically when his party is in power. Yeah. To assume it you me.
So this one is because Agyapong was MPP no.
Sir.
Was MPP no. Was party so let me for no go party because no NDC for the new master me omo ese ayim and esa de kokwana the best yes another for 8 years.
Yeah, but me to my country say there is an issue that we have to admit to say Dr. Bawumia the leader. Sabri we ka say doctor is the leader. And sabi ye see hene abraye wo hene anameboa. And ye see hene abra wo hene tiase. So I don't know what will come to the point to say unless Dr. Bawumia himself would decide to say, guys, I don't want to lead the party again. Then we can reason. But I guess you about to Dr. Akene Akofa Kennedy. I think there's something wrong somewhere. Very serious something wrong somewhere. To assume it to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. This respect Supreme Court. They should do the same to NDC. Oh, and Boneso Yahweh. Yes. Now, and this Yamanyoko phone in Aquatuaba. Na Ghana ni MPP ni ba wo ba ku free SHS. Wo se ya mam sika ntimi nkonko to aba ntima ha ma mena me.
So, Ghana for MPP for what to me.
Say
Ghana for one bakura. Dr. Mama so ba ni ko ya. Na ba ni ko. Ya
Yeah.
Every boy I come for.
Yeah.
It is what the way another over 2026. Your mama did just a week. Emma Domrevo, Emma Trans House, Omba taking another. No man another about Mexino. Auditor General, Oman another about Mexino. No. Every people vote to vote another about me. They should vote your mama. No, 2025 now.
Yes, of course.
The way another buy another about first 3 months now. What you survive for you know. The man who said that your mama now buy one train now. Because what? Nice.
Yes, very, very positive.
Nice.
Very, very positive.
Now,
Yes.
now dollar has come to
14. Yes. 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 A firm.
That's a mama banner and no mama and MPP no. Your mama for 4 years, I'm better for 30 years.
Yes, of course. The parliament way, sa budget way I can want me. It is about the IMF conditionalities, some monument and some can say positive things. But I didn't NDC if one Jan to the first time. That's how the way to almost now I am go sign. Yeah.
So Mr. Marcus, yeah. On NDC no. I something our parliament you. Next year parliament
yeah, you can do whatever they want. Yes.
This is a time of multiple opportunity, no. This is a penny for it here. The penny for it here.
Oh, now Ex-Gratia, the guy MP Bena. Oh, here Ex-Gratia and our survival.
So, one Ex-Gratia boom, but the most of the Bianco. Woman, your mama never in Yansan in India and started 2025.
Yeah. Now you
that's your true. That's your true. And also, the true that's the doom saba. Now what you mean, share salary? 3 months salary, a pilot war. Or to be for workers, yeah. Or to be for nurses, yeah. Or to be for police and for soldiers, yeah. And one name who said, almost more men are young shit almost here.
Yes, of course. Certain American, you born, you were you born in a one can one sema. There be a baby where you born. Internet. Yeah. Yeah. Dabi, I feel I'm saying we are 90, say 91. And I see there are there is another 9 constituencies. A upholder, a fena, easy by a Huajuma. Yeah.
So, then 200, but next year, they will start the parliament with that MPP.
Yeah. Phobia, Mefro, wife, phobia member, Mefro, Mene Brand, and Casamama and Casamia. To us.
This is the summer. I don't want to hold to NDC for no. I want to hold the NDC for no.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to answer no. Almost said, I don't know. They say, I'm not going to put any pressure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, Brad, Sassam yet to the point to say, hey, PPMC, a institutional. Ghana Mrana more mutumi a year tuma. Now you say yes, Nanado in the bush and for area good.
So, you should have be for a more parliament or no. Woman was the Ex-Gratia because I said the people got the people put a good one. They could say there is no man. What the vigilante group, let that force name, business force of cookie, and anything for that damo, any CS of your Ghana.
Yeah.
Munguno, and I can the pa.
Dabi, omodiane ya underground. Se na omo kan se yes Kofi Boachi o se Kofi hwan o train amanfo. Na ye gin ni. Yeah. Yes, of course. Yeah. I said, MPP for your vigilante groups. Now we are very strong. Now we are almost paramilitary. So,
and I'm not buying. We're not 2020 and I'm now one sham memory. What is kind of the case here? But Ghana for one part the part.
Oh, but maybe
now, part
Yes, of course.
Yɛmfa code bɔ ɛna kɔhyia NDC man.
Dabi.
Yɛmfa code.
NDC ni de ukohyia na wapɛ singlet bi ahyew na ukita wo sekan.
Yɛmfa code ɛna kɔhyia wɔn.
Yeah.
Miracle na mo. Wɔn di miracle akyi.
Ɔno nko a.
Wɔn di doctor. Obi ɔmo di mɛma. Miracle yɛ ɔsɛ we have a robotic system because
Yes.
you have the men. And the fight team fire. Remember the way. Say ITV. Ɛwɔ ɔmo afa.
Oh, na say what asem bi ababra asem wo de mete kura na me won say Director of Operations of the Ghana Police Service the day of election no ni Ghana. Just say the higher level na the higher commander ono na nka obeye den obe commanded the police services to do what they should know. He was not in the country. IGP nyuma boni IGP ayewo ho papa we.
So, I know people can say, "Who pass the phone? The Cameroon is a soldier for them, man.
Yeah.
Every police station, every 20. Every police station, 20.
Yes.
20.
Now
Full of arms.
yes, now brother, how can you send a policeman to a coronation center with that gun? With that gun?
What the fire service?
Immigration. The same way.
Every before Nana, position. And it's for the 3K.
Yes.
So, almost 3K because they don't know. They see, never do a national security policy.
Yeah. You say, Dampane Babon Timber, yeah, press conference, make you know what we the police have a networking among the policemen that will guarantee you the peaceful and fair election. Sani in aye, Adanko Dadadre. Mr. Mafo, ID card. Where? I say,
ID card, yo.
a treasure. ID card, a treasure.
Yes, I system. Yes, I listen to Panama Singapore. Don't let me to Singapore, Mr. Mafo. Almost the Ghana for you, and then for the drugs never.
Yeah.
Ghana for the Ghana for the passport, the Ghana for Ghana for passport.
Yes.
Because after 2012, ever now, your mama tell me, the Ghana for the share back and Ghana passport.
Oh no, Ankasa wanye bi amani wia.
So, and then, who could the Ghana passport? The Ghana passport, who could the Ghana passport? It's been 230, with a free passport.
Yeah.
Just 30. Ghana, the passport, and almost 60 something.
Yes.
So, the Ghana for the Ghana for passport now. They destroy the country called Ghana. So, it is a who to Maswa. Always say Ghana for the drugs.
Yes, of course. Yeah, say a ding.
Drugs. Every Ghana for is a free passport. Say, who could the Ghana passport? I have a problem free no. The Ghana for who could the Ghana who is student at South Africa say.
Okay.
And then I say, South Africa president from a posa. Echo Pina no say, when the Ghana for deal. Now over the Ghana for put me air for papers. That's what I'm going to social media. President, you know. But Ghana for Jerome. Or Mark Ghana for Mr. Pino.
They were happy.
They were happy. But could be let the be pass or a nest. What's the message? What's it? Ghana, my said, as we see, they are giving Ghanaians Mr. Free to come here. And I say, yes. But I'm for Ghana, Ghana for the Columbia. So, Ghana for South Africa, South Africa view. But the Nigerians, no, the Nigerians need to Columbia.
Well, Nigeria, they shouldn't even find Nigeria to Ghana.
And the mama Nigeria said, you have to talk about your system. Or the ID card system is a shabba. What do you mean corrupt?
Dabi.
So, on the train me Nwaba, or no be a president, when one of you not have a count I for, but when you just have an I5, that was lay enough a cut to Kumase.
And I said, yeah. And I said, another year, President Obaya, the Accra Kumasi Accra Road dualization. What fun is serious? Ono
no, I don't know about the and this MP before, the people for preso, for ministers, like at the four, something putting down. The not of the one system, papa. But NDC 8 years of power, no more power. The same ministers from Seba, Okuda,
Yeah.
Sam George,
Yes.
one and Seba.
Yeah, Adrian Fina.
I didn't feel no change. No change. One and Seba. But MP before, with you for ministers, I'm
There be no more cajon. Yes, some.
But NDC for Okuda told me, I'm now 2012. No one now, no one has ever. That I beg. They said the chicken are quite silly. Tamafu, when the man said, I'm sharp as all my much.
Oh, Aja, me da wase Hansi say wo mpo wa frɛ abɛkyerɛ wadwen. Me da ase bebree. Me da ase ene kasa. Bye bye. Phobia member TV say it is not true about Kennedy Agyapong. Phobia frɛ me. Frɛ me na frɛ na chance abam. Phobia frɛ. Afei na chance abam wo so betumi afrɛ na wakyerɛ wakyerɛ wadwen. Phobia frɛ me twɛn wo so bɛfrɛ me. Me twɛn kakra na wamfrɛ me I will call you back. Phobia see aka Kennedy Agyapong asɛm ti opeson kyerɛ na adwo ma me mfrɛ phobia. Na yɛntie de obɛka. Phobia. Phobia, good morning.
Good morning.
Nyankopɔn adom bibi abɔkɔ na nso ɛ. Yɛda nyame ase. Maswell, yeah. When say about me to so. Yeah. I was free because all the corner free. Yeah. Yeah, what to me akasa bet you bet me be sa pa on free na no kra. Yet you.
MPP Kennedy Agyapong is not a problem. Yes. Kennedy are compared to Kennedy Agyapong. On your problem, and my party. Kennedy Agyapong is a commitment to the party.
Okay.
Be a question. Kennedy are compared to Agyapong. Of what party?
Baby, quoi?
Of what grassroots?
Yeah.
Appointment. Dr. Baumia, police station, 10 billion. Musa said, you cannot demand. Yes, can I wait back? I know you can have
but I okay, with kasa meet you kasa. No, that be kasa with kasa. So fina wa bam ti kasa.
And you can have and it's very true. More be a question is to say, but you know, and you'll be back for the and you'll be at the end. Now, we have a Baba, we have a Kennedy, all about unity, the Pencabo.
Of course.
And yet you'll be you can perform a year, and you're pretty for now. Kennedy Agyapong, this is a guy, and your politics talk.
Okay.
Mahama. And someone now take a country kind of Obama.
Yeah, no correct.
And someone can Mama can take a Mama and someone on the guy just at the phone. As you say, at the phone for Obama Mahama. It's Ramo. Kennedy case. Kennedy Agyapong you.
That be phobia. Phobia. Okay, say Kennedy, yeah, who so me, I have some question to ask you. I me show a question back home. What say asema Kennedy Agyapong kan asembia no Kennedy Agyapong kan ya eye bone. Enti me pese mi sa o. Enti NDC for. Bra no mo yo mo campaign no. Internal campaign ana ye hwehwe se ada se Dr. Dufo ana se John Mahama ene ba bedi NDC anim no. Me pa chew. Oti se bia Dr. Me say oti menka. Ah? Oti menka. Hello, Timenka.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, me say, Bra na NDC for a internal campaign to choose the presidential candidate for the 2024 election. No, so when him say na Dr. Dufo contested. Hello. Oh, Mamenka say, Yantoba say Mamenka say, Mamenka say. Yeah. Say unim say no more contested, but I don't think say Dr. Dufo and say John Mahama Ekama ne koto NDC fo ana Ghana fo asum say John Mahama eye kromfo ana say John Mahama John Mahama via Ghana sika ana say the NDC administration that John Mahama sold Ghana property and this things. They are now doing for
Okay.
me too. Well, dear. And then you're personal, okay? And then that be this is not about hypocrisy. Uh-huh. 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 Okay. And yet comment, Papa. Yabi Yantobasi. Dabi menka da say Kennedy Agyapong moja eninimu ti asem na America ni ye. Hello, yam fan say Kennedy Agyapong ya catch the Kennedy Agyapong say ya pai ni team nti na adwene ye. Okay, that is right. A very bad comment say because of internal politics nti obi be na no aka sa asem no akire no. But I think Sir Kennedy went too far. And then a person he could have attacked Dr. Baumia personally, but he said, "No kind of wife for one sem." So, we just guess a doctor here, Jimmy. That one is personal to personal. But Ube you part in Insuno Guru Abontain is different. Bra. And this sana open say can this is more video evidence, Anna. Dabi. Hey, boss. Unim say me follow Kennedy Agyapong more than you. Do you believe that? Dabi Obua. Obua. Untimi follow Baumia and chairman. But me Dabi me ni Kennedy Agyapong in terms of politics. But me follow no because of his personality. So I know him very well. Me asema make no phobia. I can prove it to you with the video. Because me na me share say promote to Kennedy Agyapong on social media. Now I can state to you credit say Kennedy Agyapong in terms of political talk say yeah can. Oh, I'm talking about fat. Me nyen tro na me twa. Me nye di obi aka ma Martin na me ka kire o. Yes. But
why did you know Obian country? Some of them get a pocket. That all I think that.
me so the mentias and say I didn't tell political personality who believe in the ideology behind the political party. Who to me mami we mami kan the American na ede na ya ne so betumi akese obi so yere de onim fa ne ho ka nsem ebesi phobia me so mami kan asem ba ko no de to aso phobia tio se utwa utachere ma se wo na wototo ya wo we nam nyame ba aha aha obi obekasa tio ti asa american obi obekasa bia na dwene no enya adwuma enti nipa kan asase no kire Kennedy Agyapong no sa nipa no onye serious oye oh minim seminim sa but me say nipa kan asase no onye nipa titire bibi ha no so when any personal attack no dey call Kennedy so but for a member of a political party to come out to the people say me nkrofo no ewia o mine to say echina eni ho
it doesn't matter.
oh but I matter Kennedy Agyapong would have said say the leadership of Dr. Bawumia cannot manage the affairs of MPP. Okay, you're very powerful.
Brother Amafo, Kennedy Kai, Bawumia ni MPP the amount every constituency.
Oh, Scanacol and Shema Amafo Kulanke, people will choose not to go and vote. Oh, Matthew, bra, man, cassette nipa edis kamana one fan ko waye boni o. Sanipani are very wicked. Me man said our loss is all because of Kennedy Agyapong. But I'm saying that Kennedy Agyapong contributed part of our loss because of ensembinoma epie na no buy. Oh, of course, some people also did not do their job. And then they are fat. But
I don't want to say that. Yes, the grand meanwhile, there are a lot of people at the community.
We no kure asema wo kan eto asomu but Kennedy should not redraw say nensema okeka no anko so issues and for sure because NDC for the Kennedy Agyapong no mun sem na convince a lot of voters to vote for what them call John Mahama. What me ya adwene won dwene say nsema Kennedy kan ne bi etimi convince amanfo ma omoto aba ma Mahama anase omo anko abontra nkoto aba say mote ho ye twimu afa so for 4 years for 8 years e duru 4 years ane aba na be ma musika kakra say mo nkoto aba ma party. Do you think that is a good yeah but because you say Ghana need to me GD say the kono hu hia sene school sa nipa na wo kan sem kire say me MPP ni panyini me kan cho say MPP mpanfo e che Ghana japade edi te say o chena eni ho a won't you believe that hey Robe mefro sesia Robe mefro amitio oh, I totally agree with you. Me no ya adwene. Say you say yan kambom na ye mera forward to face but then person met say Kennedy Agyapong 2028. Yes I say the plans no the go from no he is now achieving it. With you. But it is bravo. I feel now cancer. Unity. Yes, unity, yes. But I think, sir, any wrong thing must to be said. Enti the anko ye bia no be during our campaign time no. And say yede amana yede nete kata so. E wo say yanka ho asem na obi bia o commit that art no be wo say o chena bi. Aha.
Ye ni ma dia. Oh, abem. Ya kanene, ye kako. Obi obi ye mistake ba kwa. Na kusu siemwa na siemu sa. Any ye down. Any nya. So obi you need to forget it and move forward. No way.
Yes.
You may continue.
Oh, that be any agenda no. MPP is coming to build up solid. But I was saying who say and yet say me bibia ndwiri gu no. I was saying yen free akuma na ya adwenem. Na ne man to be nkonanim. Say ope I was saying tia once say ope position bia be di o party ni ma. You don't dare to go out and disgrace your party. I was saying fan to it. And I make say who position or party no ma and sorry and kofa nimguasie emra party no but can sema efa the functionality of the party and no mom and I had the preposition e wo group. Hello.
Yeah, me too.
Aha. So who position be a do party ma e wo group ma the yeka about the functionality in the party, the management of the party. And then I had the campaign, actually, Kumano, near the applicant can position be an answer, Jinabri Biadi. But yemfa party no secret, group no secret, and Kotwabon, and say the position about the award of same group. Who yes, I said the website or touch them and I want to try because I can assure you, sir, even because of some of the words that came from the Kennedy Agyapong's his own mouth. Okojina as a president, people would have still voted against him because they would say, only one besayamba ababebu omayno. So what is the okay?
So mama, is there a lot of words that Kennedy Agyapong?
There are some not kind.
People love you.
There are some not kind.
So mama.
Aye.
And
one will say any different, but so one could say NDC for a cromfo mumunti oba obese sound. So one kasa. Aha, that is the difference. That is the difference. Uyi uyam niama de egu abonten no. E obi be mu say onsun we tokuro bi da ha. And that may cost you lost. Odwina ho say. In any case, in Cambo Muni here.
Exactly.
Yeah. In Cambo any here. Say young Koye, Kennedy Agyapong group, and about me group, number never kind of one bomb to say MPP for. Now you build a base, you know. Now you back stronger. Enti se papa se bibia nka papa enje trade. Sa manfo anhyase anye Kennedy 2028 ne hwan na hwan ya. I think say people will remain trying to unite the party. Then later, near Kwakoye elections, near they choose who to come and lead. That will be more professional. More of political ways of doing. I don't want to say. Yeah. Me too. Dabi. Obiano was singing Bremni in a good Kennedy. So Kennedy is one of the pillars of the MPP. That is a fact. Obiano will be together as a son of man. Okumanu of course. Of course.
And now I want to start Germany.
I didn't hear one to our force. Didn't hear one to. I said, tell me, Bissau, didn't hear one to your collection. When you open so many power, open say, I'm going, I didn't hear 1 year, said man.
And I want to that up here. Mama, what is your one? And I
Maybe I met you, can say, in a part. Oh, yeah, cannot put a pass. Oh, phobia. Yeah.
That's me.
Principle.
Make no problem. I didn't care. I didn't care. Pass.
Oh, any papi on can yama sem be any pabone, but nipo can yama sem be any papi out in. That is the reality. Yeah. Principle people. Yeah. So what can they all akumum? Yeah.
No way. They say, but you will big leaders and perform my new material. I'm a say party.
Your problem with that the part that is your problem. It is also about leadership, of course. I didn't tell you unji offend saying akwa wentum IGP ntum so say obebo amanfo ho ban na Ethiopia. Oh,
FBP is bigger than Obia.
Of course.
FBP is bigger than Baumia.
Yes.
FBP is bigger than Canada, Japan.
Yes.
And FBP, Hannibal, and FBP, Hannibal,
no.
And FBP, Canada, Japan.
Yeah.
A moment of you coming. I'm going to put on being joy. Oh, go contact by him.
Anymore.
Everything is bigger than everybody. Yet, this person won't come for. It's not about that. Mobility market can. Minute or time coming in. Number 20 panel. No way. Yet, this person won't come for first. But yeah. And you're kidding. And then MVP who is going to Japan. And then MVP who is Baumia. Talk about Bank of Ghana, 100 anymore. Bank of Ghana, 100 Baumia. And MVP number Baumia. MVP number
Yes.
And you know, who you do say, and no one for you, and no one else for you, and you weak leaders stay you. Oh, you're so weak. When it's organized, what's a catada? When it's organized, or ever.
Ethiopia.
And for the put your bam, and for the biggest person, Yakuba police station 9 because NDC office woman. Let me came MP. Look at it. What will be finished with that?
Oh, that be. And they say you fire more for that wrongdoing.
You know, about me, blame him. Kenya dream came.
Uh-huh.
Now, yes, support, yes, support, yes, party, yes, party, no interest, any effect.
Of course.
So about that, wait. NDC for who didn't got some cry, almost support. I said, get the separate one country of support.
Yeah. But what was
I
that?
didn't get that.
I was saying, somehow, I said, don't get the country of some of about functionality of the party. And I'm a boy.
But say, and seven of the country of support. That's right. And anyway, and I'm going to call it hallelujah.
Of course. It's a victory. Abba.
What I say? And I'm going to hallelujah. It's not about Kennedy. When you face it, party in prospect and everything. I don't care about Kennedy. I don't care about me. I care about my party. I care about my party, MPP. I don't care about the individual.
Well, that's a great point. But Biaudran is very strong. Yes.
I don't care about the individual, any individual. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care. Anna, this that one cast of found results, you know. Kennedy can't be grandpa. Kennedy makes me a man. This is the new Kennedy when you have for some mistake. Amma, get loose to fucking results. Tommy, get it
Resource in there and Swani Kura as a strong party like MPP. Resource in there and Swani Kura and Swani Kura. But hello, phobia, Ebiasma Mekano Yantemas. Yeah, me and Trahan can that say, and I say, I don't think so will be say Canada Japan a dear co-position. But Canada Japan campaign for the candidation, it was too much. Nay, too much. And the Kura Kwaba could be so up a jana. Yes, your friend is to be an pios and one. Oh, never be a why and you. And never be a why, yet. Yeah, I think say Obia would so or not. Obia bun hoso in the personality to in nipa. But ni kuo yono. Edu obia ya mene nema. So assembly or a can what dime. Assembly or a friend point for a canadam, young family bonting and to a. So me, I would the old kind of no yard, but I think say the next time or be because of Kokujina. Hey. Ah.
And then you need to forget it and move forward. That's my opinion.
Phobia. Sabio, me forget no. No, obi dwene say be okay, dia o ya ode. Ade bi anko yie. Ene say beke say leaders no so no omo homodre yem forget ne enko yanim. You have to address the issues. You have to address the critical points. Now more the outcome about solution about ne enko yanim. That is the way to go forward. But say yem forget ne enko. Panyin meet you.
And then you are.
Yeah.
The country of course about me, I'm telling you.
There na unim kama yentie.
They say, Baumia and perform in your room. They say, it's I'm telling you, brother.
A bit is a wine.
I'm not ready right now to make it.
Okay. Mato was here. You better say background. Why?
Take my mouth. And for what? Baumia, you do. But we need ma and get to tango. Carry those if you lie.
Very, very poor.
Carry after the rating. Put your ball all the Kennedy and Japan. Look at the certain resources if you lie. But I'm going to grow. The uncle crap. Near every day, because of the original young kind of crap. The same part. If I come to 28, Yamia man. If ever near me, you will start at them. I'm telling you, you're going to make a joke. In the fact, minimum secret, dear Yuma, and command, make it and the coming command. Minimum phobia. A poor phobia and conform with the Baumia. I was saturating. A poor Baumiano. That's all your message.
Monona, omo adwene do mutim se omo ye baumia bro na se na omo ka baumia team ho na omo share da se omo bo abro ama omo anka se omo ho.
I'm about me to who are saturating. I'm counting about me. More. Don't get it out. And you know, yet, or it could be said. Obia town. Compare my town.
Yeah.
No, why they one goes to. And also be what town for. And you body baby and famano. Then, if you stand what town for, what one you want to money.
It's a fact.
That is my the thing of what? I'm going to about me. I'm not going to about me on my bed. I put my pop on me.
Yeah, but you can say that you are suggesting to people. But me, I would like to get more details from you.
Me say, in history of MPP, accountability, they know results to be done. Sure. They're going to question, oh, what we say, who you can you do? They never running mate one panel. What will be running mate? Ramavo, I see many more. You never running mate one panel. What will be running mate? Open your results to me. And you do it, and you do. Oh, what? And I'm catching out.
Now, running mate na you more for Asante Maimon apart from na Pohuana no I do trimana.
Oh, yeah. We say because of the customer, it's come and go. Other town, we are message you. Papa, tell you. That's now. Maybe you will be at the MLB. They say, you know, let's do a code. And I'm missing a few baby. Let's do a code. The few baby. Ah, down for crowd without that. Then will be doing come crowd. Any press conference come crowd. It will be on the day.
Well, I noted. Yes.
Huh?
I well noted. I saw his conduct.
Anybody be? I am me. Also, Casaba Baumia. Asama Catre.
Yeah, it's correct. Phobia.
Dropa.
Panyin mum de wan kondo to ne hu yemo.
Abu Catero. Asama wood. Any penny didn't come on. Also, Casama Baumia. The comment on your passport.
No one kondo to ne hu ye.
And you can come a fair cousin say, oh, me funny. What do you know?
Fine. Ajuma ye no wo hai. Me nim se mu bi no munya ka piri bi firi ba bi munya contact bi firi ba bi amede hwe me ni obi ankasada. I did my job by myself.
And I make
you know, and you
Mhm. Mhm.
and will be who ties you. So about somebody, I do this, okay, okay. No way,
All right.
no way. But what I say,
Ato ase.
yes, me me put on that so me back on. I mean,
Ya me nhyira wo nso. Yɛbɛte ɛho nka. Mɛfrɛ wo akyire why?
all right.
All right. Bye bye. Abusiamfo yɛnwia phobia member ɛna frɛ yɛ no. Ɔse yɛnkɛsɛ yɛma obiara blame na yɛmmom yɛnte ɛho ase sɛ but yɛnte ɛho ase sɛ mistake no firi yɛn nyinaa yɛ side. Na nipa binom na hyɛ atena ase sɛ ɔmo bɛbɔ doctor abro. Panyini. Hello. Pacho wani. Opa so mena life ana.
But I say,
Opa so mena life.
wait, discussion na mo yan na. You know, I'm say the bemu kakra, but I think say makani na so di na na na
Entu ni asem bi akaka ho biem.
Okay, asama me can say, mo say as a more portion brim say if we yen the kakra me can so na obi anfan punche aba ekpo nti yen come as a family na baby a look close no yen try say betuatia na we are working as a team as the one family
Yeah.
na me aduma focus there ni na ya bom fire na ya put na kwa position na message say e bia mu na mu pen mpanyinfo no mu ni mpanyinfo no di number ani ade ye you to your ye ka say do be me am no ka say ni mpanyinfo bia no the youth no the drona prior to primary no obia youth no mo na ye pekene de Agyapong to be honest let me say no me personally no na me pekene and now most of my friends no maybe you youth university students are make that
Okay.
na drona pekene but uncle banasa no yeah party members me whatever it whoever comes.
Yeah.
I believe in the ideology of NPP.
Yeah.
Dr. Penasama, since 2012, the Penasama, Okojina, was two different NPP. I'm not who tell me because he works for the party.
Yeah.
Party, I
Yeah.
Party, I said. And the movement of people working for the party, the person is our blood.
Yeah, of course. Ideology in the
Yeah.
actually.
Yes, no matter where the person comes from, in the one family, because we believe in one ideology. You know, mom, the ever strength, I mean, what is the ability to when you platform, you have to support, show them telephone. He says, I mean, I do my research number from no grassroots, no programs, agitation, down to a banner. Now, I'm going to say, what I mean, a humble appeal is said, Omunian fair, Kosheba, where she said, the penny. But they're going to win a penny, but never from one young pet. What budget them?
Ethiopia.
Never from one.
Hello. 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 Okay, network na asan ba na chi. Ethiopia. I feel like etikwe ba asan ba.
Okay. Omunian fair.
Hello.
Nti oba tan awo oba tan awo ebusuan mu nkɔhyɛ oba baako akyi.
Well,
Who play as a
in
yeah.
yeah.
Now what I'm a friend no map who we are doing now so do one more day you will foot you that pan the cheap. Sana I have to
Abusuema. Hello.
Dana ne so. Pacha emuye.
Sisi na emuye.
Dise nyame adoma se time so there is a way this system before and answer omu be biem kra nkeye than say delegates. They go out delegates, they go and take monies and other items from the candidate.
Yeah.
No more controlman. But delegates, they represent us. Any one for no. You say their choice, might not be the true representative of
the people. Yeah.
But they have, taken something.
So
at the expense of the men.
Yeah. So they don't vote for the willing.
Yeah. The fair. And if there is a way, the system here, we ama youth are inclusive. Yeah, party card bearing members are inclusive. That delegate system there, to me, I'm personally because as imagine.
Yeah, of course.
What because what me the news and what because me papa no petrol ha I'm going to free delegate one no more man me yeah in so.
Okay, I see. Okay.
But they have the right, but we don't have the right. You define that kind of franchise.
Yeah. Because of
the phone phone.
Ah.
Now, and to me, I'm say about the primary levels now. The strong say, I'm they move feeling the constituency. People move feeling no.
Yeah.
But who said it will be a case that the man and answer constituency no move feeling as but up there no authorities also prefer a certain candidate.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to most about now position.
And imposition and contradiction. A contradiction of choices. But me person miss some now can toss even the MPP leadership is now thinking of how they can make this things happen. Say it was a bechusu candidate opened for many MPP members as possible. Say the candidate to me enough money to pay, and rather it will realize people will vote on their choices on whom they think they like and as whom they think he can do the job more than say basing on the amount of money you be the amount. Question another person miss out and say so Ghana hefa na could be so now
but I'm free and see as offer constituency.
Okay.
Now I want to mean if self fast I road massive road the right chiro baby the free that place one man you go so February.
Okay.
Because of I don't want to
the question that I wanted to put on you and I said, so be a name whom you are. Nobody knows your name. Nobody knows.
No.
Yeah. And to me, I want to ask you a question. Very important, and because your identity is hidden, I think that you can express yourself free. Maybe this will be the way for the elders to get actually what is on the ground. Now, over to me, actually, didn't nipa nkwa oh, side say baby kotoaba. I didn't hear a man for prefer not to go out and vote.
Okay, first, yeah, area na baby MP na maboni area make program a time and photo.
Okay.
But officer branches in the sea a crema no bians I have going to class.
I see.
But we are Ghanaians, yes. The national cake no cha and so. And so yes, we contribute to the GDP of the country.
Yeah, of course.
Cocoa, if you go, the Mianis rubber market. What you are now to air condition man. The money now, the money you have, which may rate.
That be. Just
yeah, open a bed door with asking about I transport goods in their bag. I would do see canal, put it air condition man for 20. Yeah, all in there depending on others for survival.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
But I know, yeah, I don't normal neglect any paper. The one thing I like about NPP party is that I'm a top party is your policies are the two major parties. The NPP no policies are go down to have positive impact
on everybody.
The lower person,
Yeah.
ordinary Ghanaian.
Yeah. And in time question no, and in time question no, esan remaining upon all this recognition our making, and upon all this, can I say, point of view, sir, clear and factual. A ban saying a man for cancer that be young concotoaba, even though we know some people bar or no mum na ye near my emma and here for yen so your hotoye. Nambum no any part to me jina cancer that be me concotoaba, even though NDC will come on why. Apart from a car, quite what were the other ground?
One fact can I say, that and for delegating for this to show yeah,
okay.
One major factor.
Okay.
One major factor. Because our chance of time, what I mean, Saturn says so about 4 times. Up to now, some of Shannon take grand one. Or Bawa, Master, a class long, a class experience. That's all you bar. Oh, when you get your move off. The type of someone who shut up by your area for now. And pointing in 9 of corner. What correct one the catch those days, the type of papa, the type of the book on it. Maybe I'm in for so we do a dance could do one time. There is when it's the commands now, we do a dance could do one time. To find our left, so go to be there. Remember, okay, or was it?
Okay.
Son of one higher check. It's the color may need it to find. So you say, the only will be go out if they are careful. I said, because who would be for class for our offer? Because future, no, I don't go back. On my count as a papa.
No, best watch it. I had to tell my sister.
Sometimes who feels we don't forget on make your one. So they were over I could tell you in one samba. Every brother say they did not go to my papa. Experience a woman or quiet or bar, but the respect that the person has for you
it will reduce. Yeah.
Those are the major challenges because what chance watch the feels where do you hear your buy increase? You can hear how you got to buy my own copy, then you forget us. The major challenges back on fire, yes,
delegates, yeah.
Delegates, because because me first my friend papa we Ghana, the more flash screen. That's your back
okay.
That's your back because Mumuya for Yen offer. They may friends with you. On other ways of friends with you. Ways of friends because hey, papa we in the theater, you know, or for you 2 times, or buy yourself a flash screen. Oh, yeah, man, say I cook and pay for it. Complain when I'm saying moon for moon campaign, and the book as in class, and the career campaign, moon for the TV, scatter send by another better them. Munya water. Man, no moon never no software campaign. These are some of the things that one more with me benefit for move to money. That delegate system, no me through or not, and down to the ordinary card bearing member.
Yeah.
Now you to and the bus I don't want. Which guy am going to
Ultimate. Yeah.
Oh, because a problem said up for being baby amateur on South Pan amateur. No investigation or papa no. Me shami me price one of the school. Or Bawa, they say, you know, same a group for committee on those while democracy living.
Yeah, of course.
Those things. And apart from the Macmas, or make cardboard, yak, say those days, if you are correct. Like, or going to know when no, no much the amount, net okay, now work up on it. Because they know also you come back do something for them.
With a good
since 2000, but that's what they put through. That last year, I'm a friend, Madam Bob, was Robert, over just open at a level down for Bishan. Now, what do you invest in from Bomba? Uba, you who say one on number. What did the banner and 21st century? And the Busa said, massive form, take food. The cities on one the citizens of Ghana and after the project are not more the more. On the Oshama, most and person now. Book to cry. Is that as over 20 of their own part? And I said, you don't go and vote at all.
You are very clear. And I see any explanations out there, mamma. A toss of a toss. Now, yeah.
Mama,
now, if I now have YouTube and say Facebook.
but YouTube.
Ah, okay. And about more than I subscribe, say the bay about life for it.
Oh, I subscribe to that.
Ah, Medasi Bebre, Medasi. You better on Robert. Only a man. Bye bye. Bye. Abusia Yemia Robert and a Frey also a church same from underground. The course so ewu Krunumwa. And I'm so my mom find a day, Antwaba. In any case, okay, woman for Maswell. Maswell, Efre, woman's time funnel. Maswell. Maswell. Maswell.
Hello.
I call and answer your mistake.
Mr.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Mapo. Very masabi be where
it you.
Tell that Minya Bema phobia can have been a child like Crebu.
Yet you.
So, as a American say, so I can say, Obidu be up from a Santa Regina, within a yard no one, and Yano Cre. Because then shop Abana 2 and Quaracho, but Dr. Bamia, now Bow Yana, a Santa Regina more. A Santa Regina, and more Catatory Marquardt 41. Kawon just a percentage, you know. But I never quite young when said, as a young guy now, so also, oh, yeah, journalists, oh, yeah, work out YouTube, oh, yeah, or social media. Always you have your true have to be your true. Your yes have to be your yes, and your no have to be your no. So, and I can say, obey to be able now to be more here. That is why so like a coward. So, if it's a me talk at the chair, and the other day I talk at the channel. Okay, the talk about the Pugama on 4 meetings here. You just got to mention your name. I see here, they say, and yet. Now, what I say, Obi, Biabro, and the second report of Barbro, a central region. Because on one constituency, a same central, Olusuye.
Which is fact.
As this central, what transfer 2004, and what DMP, some people know. So, do you what's the only answer? I do never see what's the only say it, you know. How comes it one support? How comes it to lose in the seat? So I know what Diablo or man. Now, Diablo said, MPP, because MPP for the Geneto, Central said, on the campaign, but Central did put all. So it's okay to go as Central now, in fact, the fact that I'm so it was Diablo. It's a lie. Because Yansha about a 2 year. So we were Central not a swami, swami overhead, swami bridge. Swami, interchange, not for 8 years. Put it as a they are full.
I hear.
They won't go and vote. Because who you overpass? Who you overpass? Ewa cry. Who you overpass? Ewa cry. Ewa sprinters. Who you go for interchange? Oh, Pokia say. Now a certain regional who can vote. Massive vote for certain regional. One interchange swami. Go for the starting here. Now, MPK me for 8 years, and yes, I interested now. Look at that situation about Toma.
Well, it's a point.
I buy a 2 year. Mr. Muff, no coffee. Then said the whole MPP party no. One party is Stacy. I campaign my MPP about Tama to me.
Yeah, a fact.
Tama she.
Campaign the omo ye
Oh, my
bi.
FM.
But nent say first no. Nent say first no.
Yeah, it is 2016, you know.
Yeah. Campaign the omo ye because
So,
because na meta tie program. Kusibu afo na ota akọ ho. JFK.
Presidential candidate you know about 20 years no contest ni no because no munya timi ko
Yeah, of course.
no munya timi so no because God na sa be dia ko enya di na di no
Okay.
so but party there enya say yes sir party enya say so obu say bia Power FM e won be no munya contest no na omu nyina NDC for no kwabato fo munya no munya ko Power FM e ko ye omu do you go go no e ko ma say wo sa stations no so but tell me bass na there can Agyapong who say some MPs been and support no o chop say no be in the station wo enema was na do munya advantage no so it's say yes the campaign now with insult the start here say na be e na ka wuti ko can secret e say my rep boy do UK
Yes.
say e bia me ne Dr. Baomi akra me ne yede twempra ne yede kwa dem say na ma me da be si eyi so oka so on the car say ba me you say mo na sa for be si ni nyina wie no e say fa no
Listen, send up information.
and you know say ko back
Yeah, send up information.
so e ti adia o kan je say o tire ho Baomi team be na bia o so ba me a o ne ma re ko e ko team ko bo so o start here no e campaign ma Dr. Baomi ana Sapia ka say hey one no kan obi akọ support ma mi o ya za e wa na ma mi no ma mi ne ten ye e ko di kan de chi
Yeah, I'll shift it. Yes.
o se dey fast because Jessica tell ko obedi Baomi no o ti say Baomi e ko fo bi frɛ no e ka say oh ye kan di your kan di information obi an frɛ no but o ko kan di site pɛ ni an frɛ no my FM so na ye on kan no mu to picture ade ma mi so information fa examine ya ho so it has as obi a ye ese o ye de bia o ye ukuta fast na oka so o be just bia obi diabra wo bo ni pari Jesus me si diabro next time say nipa no oba na obi a twen 2222 but se bi be ye to ne ye yes obi a diabro so ye wu do diabro na se be ne ye wu devil na wo say ewu no
Yeah.
so e be ne ye devil na wo say ewu no it just who as a young man I was so you know I think am fast you fast what is obi aye bibisi aba because say mesi ye wo ye ni da ye hu ye wo ye do aboni tin na ye no ye to ye hu sa se ko tran be so o tran tra ye timi akanta no so oboa do kan oboa ba so no kwa o ye kobra so but then ye tide ka so obi ajaba asante we no amanfo na ankoto aba o e amanfo because utimi nya interchange wa akra na won ja asante we for another 8 years
Say any particular can say that be ana do be commission interchange ana project wa crab ya na we lose thousands and thousands of
yes 2020 Mr. Marco 2020 election and then who say Greater Accra no they don't support MPP because Greater Accra no say e original someone na me wa Accra no say economy no start akofuma e aka na start
yes
o say edane boy dey edan boy dey enso boy dey bibia boy dey start for Accra e Greater Accra no so your president now be siso a who dey check your mama be siso best response omo so take your mama omo so le say ye ka edane boy dey even start free
say ho na manfo nko afuom omoto
so but who as the president of the system now who is there Greater Accra 2020 no they lose a much of our seat and your Asante region and the Eastern region and enough one be kai ho and you timi win ye et mo mo chane mo fusi no and kwa Asante region Eastern region that 4 years no so kabo mo ye overpass mo ye interchange and Eastern region Asante region now the north akade kan ho et who say the voter they don't say voter Greater Accra Central region they are not going to vote for MPP that piano maker that regional it is about to Obama MPP but not Nanado still no or development Greater Accra
yes
but the confusion that piano maker say you to kenke napo the control kaka say a greater cry for one yak guitar and yet fish a king car. Tabo the company you put your crowd.
Nkasa.
But your mama kaka, you know, Omegna FMs, Omegna TV so we want your mama to apologize to great people of Greater Accra. The mama apologize will be.
Dabi.
A buy and now Accra almost should be sitting in our Accra.
Yes.
So, it's a thing yet, cast and that. Whom young baby a court in free buyer. I started with no beer and bar bro. And yet the proper uncle so. So I'm interested to plant door, almost another 8 years to say, but no. He said, what young as I now, don't expect Asante said they are going to vote for you. And I said, the airport, power crack. Mr. Mafo, anybody who said there was a that I'm going for my Aquabuji.
And then a crabby.
I got crabby.
Now,
But oh, you're quantity, Omoko Kajetia, Omoko, a Swami, Omoko, a Omonamsa, a Uniso. So,
your point is
yeah,
clear.
yes, I do. That's about for me too.
Mr. Wassam now can I toss him? Yes.
So, the son of yes, they could bring a cassetia, a asymmetry, Dr. Babiano Tono, or a man of peace. Because Agyapong, Okojina, Bantuma, or say, a finance, man of finance for my fault. And the determined chance that you tell me. So, but who said Dr. Mavia, every plan, one reply no, because no,
unity
so,
among the party.
Unity. Oh, can be drop bomb. I want to talk about me, but Dr. Mavia Kashi, or you're quiet. So, and I problem on Macron, they are talking about your brother. Young just young shed their dear a unibuy. South problem in Abba, young Nayan Struggle. Now, you say, sir, new executive of war. They are weak. It's a bit changing. I tell you, they always have the best ship. Candidate for 2028. See, the over as the candidate for 2022. I'm not. The mama got the talk on Yaswa. The woman, why the test of Did I talk about me for the Becca?
Yeah, backta for backta.
I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to say, someone a man of offer.
Yeah, Embo man.
So, who put your program member say, the girl said, and you have 2 pages so fine. Candidate for 2028. Because the Tabambiakra Emma was just a fire come over campaign or social media. Maybe I want for man.
Dabi. Well, okay, so say beer. Okay.
Aye, Sanameka, because yesterday you quite young Cobabiano, and I can't never show. That's a Mr. Maffus, the tournament about myself. Not about Yanusu, maybe 2020 Canada. The about Maka Maxwell, discovery, Mr. Maffus said, no for credit. No for ya, but remember Mr. Mafu.
And they say it can happen, say beer, say only can you sell person, yes, sir, Jumana.
So,
yeah, it could happen.
Yeah, Metraso. At the end, no, Mr. Mafu, you said, look, I may surround my tabletra, I will me because put now such manner, Presapia, SKP, Mr. Mafu, phobia member, even you grab best camp. Someone now almost pass for me here, Juma. So, could you be there? Maybe about to ya, maybe a best camp, and I should the passport so, Banyai, Agyapong 2028. Maybe or supported Dr. Baumia. Maybe Dr. Baumia for now. So this can be a man for no. What body?
Yeah, and then you bet me out in the summer. You bet my 1+1 man a year. Yeah.
So, so who Mr. You should be platform. Dr. Baumia. I will just sit there and study the system.
Yes.
First of all, there's a as a worker now who support Baumia now. I also support people. There's a who said who attacking the executive no. So executive now, I'm a mistake now. I'm want to MPP for I'm protected ballot bosses no. And that's all making sure say you in every war. The young before man, not the bad leaders, one of the leader than him. One of the economy. They use me one of the parliament in him. I say, minority no, one of the him. But yet, the show says, I said, can for 2028. So be a Dr. Baumia supporter. We are one to mount.
And then for sure. For sure.
One to mount. Let's get it. Now, who can for 2028. soon just a party no koso. What about party na koso?
Send the Bassa and say, and can I say, a kutra or in Dia, a one ujina.
Sir,
Yeah.
because who's I'm yeah, I might not lose about I'm not for a yow.
Baby, a kuruno, a moi,
I'm
a
a call.
call.
And now, sir, but what about what they keep? Now, people are Takiwa, which is a young piece, as you know, but what's I say, what's I say, campaign? What's I say, campaign? What's the campaign? I bet I'm supposed to bow me. I bet I want to catch up to your piece. And I may I never come. I did not be supposed to bow me or what would you know or you know. Or better on your cap play for people.
Gabi.
I'm a son of a pay, and I'm telling you, I'm
Yeah.
and people am a cap play. Mean your school. I want to Ghana, maybe a shop for mom, almost to Ano, almost was there, almost to be a PhD, almost of Pano. Oh, Ghana, on a party for the party, you know. And I'm more party opposition, but you know,
Yeah, baby, the qua.
second Agyapong, radio station, or business, or person beer, still for tickets here. And this is for the tax people.
The Bashana Crouch was so.
Sir, and I because I did it for Guano. You also can or Kabima Baum or Kabuma Mama. Then you say, who in your contract? So, Evia, among house, Evia, you could proceed a Juma as your say, but therefore contract amount. So, the Cassette, Evia Cassette, yeah, big, the young chance that bear something billions. Never saw job when my own yet, because that's what young people need.
Yeah, say himself, finance MPP, and Pam.
It was a Basana supporters now. They did Bamia, they did Canada, yeah, more penny, more part and more benefit, for the best for Timo. And young man walk on to no. Because Memetiano, Menica political party war, this is before, I'm so plastic in Japan, no, so on the phone, not so best about Yasa. Never what divided.
Yeah.
So, and I guess say I said, yeah, I did when you said that can Japan came for 2028, no, but for 2028, no. And it's for discovery. I'm a man for a more our social media.
Yeah, say division. The division.
Yeah.
So who divide and no better me a urulu.
So, it is all to maybe you will say, hey, problem member, it's not a better to pay so time for 2028. Oh, now opio and this affair. Hey, Jack, but some boy, they talk credit about push mommy. Now I better now okay. No, we saw be a press appear and I'll tell you so. No, so I got us also push him Dr. Baumia. And I be the comfort of it.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Bafu, you had a party.
That be part of the entertainers. A cool joining the show.
Yes, US, Donald Trump, or really, or Russo, you know, what is that? Republicans for parts of a capital here. What is what because Donald Trump for 2024?
Yeah, they come down.
Until Donald Trump, I hear the matter or say, you. So, until the Trump and I saw baby, and I'm looking at Trump for 2024, because the money we need. But can I have the phone of quiet? Can I phone Yancy Nigeria? But Yancy Nigeria, by supporters, no, can I the phone one day and got a you? Must the boom.
When Mom says some of the hydrogen pass on them social media when we say, I'm on fast here.
Now, or no, yeah, I'm supposed to bound Yano. This could be on America. What's the young peace? Baby, also because hey, and I'm more credit to kind of boss when I'm here, you here. That also Becca. But you know, that's here to your bossy. You know, the make the program member. Member for self, open the master with you, Lucy. I started with it. The product of one, and I started with Emma, a man for Mubu.
Phobia, where they were assuming.
Okay.
The Siphobia, but where they were assuming, Mr. Bamis or TA.
Yeah. Minya, Mukumasi. What was the for me? Yamo. But I'm for because of the minister no BSK. On this matter, the one for October, not in such a hotel, Peter the Chiremi. So, October, hotel picture, and on the Chirem said, of my top and you can go with Tini. So, for so many now, on your basis, before some woman to a banner. And you are something, you know, and this will be a job, Yabro, Opian job, Yabro, a development, put me in try and go our crap. No one does Saturday, or strong words, or not go to 2 or no. certain region. Kat 2020 kana na don't be.
Yeah.
And ya certain region. But to overhead back per swam interchange. And tinya dawa your mama on yes karo ya twaso. So, but you put me start agenda. And ka second for 2028. Now obi also you know about me side also baswa abeka ya say the yasu the peace. And a problem members oh cast obi ababra. Besina wa boni panic. So,
Yeah.
boni panic. Now say asiri no we are bema okuta fast na dey oduma.
Oh, but not even about Bema Sam, even to know where the problem is. Now attack on
Yeah.
yeah.
So, on say me kai tama na meet to movement TV.
Yeah.
And I'm oh, so for me, I could say baby say, now so the man, the got to pass for me so so as or no, na so the man na I come to Jomama, because Jomama is Christian. I want to be kind of a kono. Okay, cheer and I will be able to say, I didn't sell it.
Yeah. Another big
So,
bullshit.
okay, cheer and a car, and then the first who could have boss.
I see. I get you.
No, tobacco, the best year I can why.
Madam, I see no contribution. And then you remember until and then you marry a word and you're available. Why? Madam, I say, here we are, Maxwell, and you're 10 and Cano. I was young for debate and I had that. Yeah, phobia actually drain. Give me a master so actually not drain. But read away. Measure up prepare, come. I made a bet was the bear, be a tear. Phobia so for it. And then Nana mwamenye group call na munyi na moment at once. Phobia. Panye mitio. Mitio.
It's not about the passion. It's not about the way. We are social media. So when you pop up when you for and then be a member. Pop up on strategy. Be a member. It's not about refashing. It's not about that. A party in Kanko. So because it came 2020, 2028, first of all, can Agyapong or don't party me?
Yeah, MPP.
Okay, good. Or don't MPP, right?
Yeah, of course. And yes, or don't. My MPP
It
strong man.
It will because it came 2028, I want to be
Homo.
or MPP.
Yeah.
And also not doing fees there. 2028, the born in the day. Mamma mia, and ya drink there. Party no. Eh, back for ya. Mamma mia, and ya drink there. Party no. Eh, Bidia. Even Kusuka that way. If you party this thing about me, party this thing can Agyapong.
Yeah.
Both of them. So because it can't 2020 where party, Canada was the party. And I think you know. Also because the Baumia, a best part of the man, and your money, and what think you okay. Baumia 2020, and what think you with Baumia party. And you can't say, elsewhere. You will be on social media to 24 member. Eh? Also, and a very research here. You will be on radio, social media as well. Nobody will be a member. Also, my brother, I can't quite know. It's a party, you know. Getting in Google, you know. Pay a new and conform you boldness and be a party. A pen for money and a party. The master send me money. I mean, you send me money. The master, people
Anya Bodrino wa breaking news no I oko platforms so saying. Ah, breaking news no jatumu ha. Hold on. Me that's it. Bye phobia. Yemi phobia member and I attend in Kano. Or say breaking news no on fam mame. Or say breaking news no on fa mame. Or say breaking news no on fa mame. Now, in any case, Abusia, now they were no, say back and forth now. Yemi phobia member ne master you know. It will help us to understand where we stand. Yenyina ye party for yenyina so ye party for bidoma sabio yedo ye party. So anything that we do it purposely for the development and the betterment of our party. Entrabusia matremu ache Canada Agyapong ne nsem no edoso baomia for 2028 no so ehon nsem edoso. But what we are going to do is say, we'll make sure the reality behind every door will come to the pass. Maswell Mechiaphobia, also Mechiaphobia member TV or Facebook and so YouTube. Not Biedo Mechiao, Patricia Afo Mechiao. Sanson, yeah. Chairman Drew Mechiao, Mechacha Munya Busham for Yatrasia Cheka, remember life and then you know. But don't be here. Now, you sign a share bill. Said the TB and the MPP will not sign the bill at the parliament. And they are there. Now, yeah, you sign a share. Makramu nyina medamase ne mobre.